Hey guys, John Murdock, CityScape Metro Group. Now, when you have a good market, it's a seller's market, prices are appreciating, you have a couple ideas and thoughts that start coming into homeowners' heads. And one of the most common one that I am seeing right now is, hey, I'm going to sell my home myself. I'm going to save on the commissions. Market's great. Prices are great. I'll be able to capitalize. Now, I've got 6 reasons why you shouldn't do that. But before I get into those, I have 2 stories that I just want to share with you from personal experience. Now, the first one is there was an agent on my team that was representing a buyer. They came across a for sale by owner. The owner was holding an open house. The agent and the buyer went to the home, fell in love with the home. It was a beautiful property. And when the agent on my team was having a conversation with that owner, she said how the upgrades, but that there were no other offers on the table. And my agent was stunned. Every other home that was on the market in that zip code was getting 2, 3, 4, 5 offers on the property. Now they ended up putting the home under contract and selling it. Now the owner was very excited that she was able to sell her home by herself. Now what she didn't realize is that buyer ended up getting such a bargain because they were able to buy it, without competing with other buyers, meaning that they probably would have paid a little bit more for it. And they were able to get it at such a great price due to not competing. So that for sale by owner, again, definitely left a little bit of money on the table. However, she checked the box, hey, I was able to sell my home myself. The second story that I want to share with you is I was talking with a potential seller for about 2-3 years. And we were going back on our services on how we could help her. And last minute, she said, John, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sell my home myself. And so she ended up going on the market. The night before settlement, she called me out of the blue and she said, John, I realized that I just undersold my home because there was another home that just came on the market down the street that sold for $40,000 more than what she was going under contract for. So she says, John, is there any way for me to get out of this contract? Now, number one, I couldn't give her any advice because at that point, I'm not an attorney, but she was getting ganged up on by all the other both sides. So she had to sell or else there was going to be a big lawsuit. However, she left a lot of money on the table. And the moral of the story is on both those situations, you can check the box for saying, yes, I sold my home myself. But at the same point, you are missing opportunities. And the reason why you're missing opportunities are because of the 6 reasons that I want to go through with you today. Now, the first one, safety is always a priority. There's been several instances to where unauthorized people enter a house and something goes wrong. And especially in an environment right now with COVID, with risking exposure to various viruses, flus, pandemics, you're going to have some additional layers of precaution. So number 1, safety is always a concern. Number 2, a powerful online strategy is a must to attract a buyer. Now, does every single realtor have a phenomenal online strategy? The answer is no. And so what you have to do is what a lot of for sale by owners don't understand is that in this market, you will be able to sell a home. It is without a doubt, you will be able to sell a home if you're doing it correctly. Now, the kicker is when you go to sell a home, it all starts with the amount of the views that you're getting online. And then it goes from the views to the amount of saves that you're getting. And then it's how many people are getting inside. And then after people are getting inside your home, it's how much significant interest do you have from all the people that have sold your home? Because at that point, your home should have sold itself. We just got to get the people in there. So more activity, more interest, more offers. And so that's where you really need the activity at the very beginning of the stage to drive the rest and ultimately put more money in your pocket. Now, number 3, there are so many negotiations. A lot of for sale by owners end up getting fixed on the price. And they say, oh, I just care about the price. I just want 400,000 or 700,000 or 1.1 million, whatever the number is. When in reality, there's over 34 pages in this contract, and there's a lot of bigger terms, and a lot of them do affect price, but most for sale by owners are only fixated on the price. So that's a big misnomer. Number 4, we're not going to know if your purchaser is qualified. Now, what do I mean by that is any pre-approval letter from a bank does not mean that it's a pre-approval letter. A lot of lenders aren't doing their diligence. So you're going to need to do your due diligence in verifying all documentation, all assets, verifying that they've pulled credit, they have their W-2s. There's a lot of things that you're going to need to do on the front end before accepting an offer. So again, for sale by owners just don't know what questions to ask once you get a pre-approval letter or an offer in hand. So it's really hard to make a good, sound, educated decision based on the limited information that you have. Number 5, being up for sale by owner is becoming such a big legal standpoint for the exact situation that I have. For sale by owners just don't understand the rules and the regulations to what documentation they're signing. Now, again, contracts can range from, depending on how many addendum, 29 pages to 50 pages. And so making sure that you understand not only all of the fine print, but then right when you're in the midst of a problem going awry, okay, what are my options? Because this, like I said, this one lady before had no idea it was the night before settlement, and she was trying to back out of the contract when in fact you can't back out of the contract as a seller selling your property. Now, 6, you net more money when using an agent. Now, I have hundreds of case studies of where we've been able to sell a home for much more money. We've helped a lot of for sale by owners net over net. You know, before they hired us, they had offers at X price. And then after hiring us, we were able to help them get so much more money. And that's just across the board. And again, not every agent is the same. You really need proven strategies, proven systems, and a great way to attract that target buyer to find the best one who's going to give you the most amount of money than you would be able to find elsewhere. So I hope this is helpful. 6 reasons of why you shouldn't do a for sale by owner, but also 6 reasons or 6 things that you should be looking out for when you are selling your home the next time. So if you have any questions about selling your home, about market value, about what's happening in the local market, about anything real estate related, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are certainly here for you guys. And we will see you later on down the road.